You are listening to Phone Eats First. Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. I don't know what time you're listening to this, but I am recording quite early in the morning. And it resonates with this episode because I got woken up early by my parents' dog, my family dog Charlie, who's literally laying right here next to me, an 85-pound white stallion, if you've never seen him. And I woke up and I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Like, really? Which he does it every time I watch him, so it's expected at this point, but doesn't make it any less annoying. And I woke up at like 6:45 on a Sunday, where I literally had my alarm set for 9 because I was going to let myself sleep in and just kind of wake up naturally. And 6:45 comes around and there's a dog nuzzling you on the side of the bed and like starting to whimper, and I don't want him to wake up my roommate. So I was like, okay, fine, we'll go pee. And then Callie gets up and it's a whole ordeal. But I was like, wait, you know what? I have a lot to get done today, and I might as well just stay up rather than going back to bed. And I'm so thankful I did, because I've already done quite a few things, not anything like crazy, but I mean, I'm going to make sourdough today. I'm going to make banana bread today. My room is clean. I am starting this podcast episode already, which normally I put these off until quite late. And also in the morning, my mind's going a lot. My mind just works better in the morning. So I was able to draft out an episode on paper while I was sipping my coffee. The sun was coming in the window. Moral of the story is, I'm thankful that my dog woke me up early, even though that wasn't my intention for the day. All of that being said, welcome to episode 50 of Phone Eats First. I am so happy you're here. My name is Corey May, Corey in the kitchen. How you know me, how you found me. Hi, hello. I don't know if I did that already, but welcome to Phone Eats First, episode 50. I feel like that's pretty monumental. And this is the thankful episode. As you can assume, Thanksgiving is this week. And instead of talking about food and everything, we're going to talk about all the things I'm thankful for to kind of help provide a little bit of a break in your chaotic week, or add a little bit of peace, or just kind of help you then reflect on what you're thankful for. I feel like this episode's kind of more geared towards affirmations for you to use going into your week. So that being said, we will start with the weekly report. So our reading, I have started Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. It's the same author as A Court of Thorns and Roses. The series is 8 books. Oh, hold on. We've got a full house right now. Anything Callie and Charlie, you guys would like to say to the crowd? We've got some butt sniffing. We've got some tail wagging. They're getting tangled in my microphone. But you know what? I wouldn't change it for the world. So Throne of Glass. It is an 8-book series, I think. And it is still in the fantasy realm of genre, but it's not, well, actually I don't know, I'm not that far into it, but I don't think it's as magic based. It's more kind of king and castle, and I don't know, I'm not that far into it, but I am excited, and it did just kind of hit a new plot twist last night. And another crazy thing about the series is you can kind of read them in a different order. So my mom's also reading it, and Charlie's our book expert, and she told us how to read it. And the book that was written first is not necessarily the book, or I guess is the prequel. I don't know when it was written, but I'm reading it like third, but my mom read it first. I don't know, kind of stresses me out, but that is what I'm reading. And I did want to shout out another book that I read between episode 49 and 50, because I didn't record for a while, sorry. But I read None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. It came up on Libby, and I think it's a new book, but I enjoyed it. It was a thriller, or kind of like a psychological thriller about a podcaster, and she was interviewing this woman who was just like, oh, I'm going to change my life while you're recording this episode series. Instead of recording an episode, interviewing me on all the things I've done, it's like, watch what I'm about to do. And as you can probably assume, she did some crazy shit. So that was a good book. But yeah, Throne of Glass, I'm buckled in. It might be a few months, but hopefully it's as good as A Court of Thorns and Roses. I think it just takes a little bit more time to get into. Okay, E, I am excited for everything I'm going to be eating this week. So there's our double whammy of E's, excited and eating, because as you know, Thanksgiving is this week. I have a Friendsgiving today, so going to get a little warm up with all of the Thanksgiving food, and then again this week with my family. and all of the leftovers and just all the good, yummy food. I mean, what better week than a week that literally is surrounded by food? P plan. I've got quite a busy 2.5, let's just say 3 weeks coming up. I got back from Tampa. I was there Thursday and Friday this past week for work. And then this weekend, I have just scheduled in to relax, reset, just do whatever I need to do. And I've gotten a lot done. Last night, I did some Christmas shopping and I wrapped some presents. Yes, they're under my tree. And today, I'm cooking, I'm podcasting, I am going to work out, shower. It's a hair wash day if you can't tell. Yeah, just we're relaxing this weekend. Cleaning, all the things. And then this week before Thanksgiving, it's grind time in the office. I will be working all day, every day leading up to Thanksgiving, and then going to my parents' house for Thanksgiving. They live at the beach, which is amazing. I can't actually imagine how we would be celebrating holidays if they didn't live at the beach, because I would be like, High Point, Jamestown, North Carolina, sorry, I'm not excited to be there. Maybe I would host. I don't know. But thankfully they live at the beach and have a wonderful home that I can't wait to be at. And after Thanksgiving, I am entering the last travel stretch for work of the year. So I'm going to, drumroll please, the Midwest in December. Yes. And as you know, I love the cold. I love the cold so much. I hate the cold. My hands don't operate in the cold, but I'll be in Kansas City and then St. Louis. And then we hit mid-December and I'm home for the holidays. So my holidays are divided by work, but that's okay. All right, obsession is my Christmas tree that now has presents under it. The ambiance in my room, I don't care what you say about putting my tree up before December. I literally put it up November 2nd, and I have zero regrets. The lighting in my room is just beautiful. I don't have to have any lamps on because the tree is lit, obviously. And now that there's presents under it, it's so exciting because it still doesn't feel like Christmas, and I think Christmas season is forever going to be changed in how we view it as an adult. Like, it's not as exciting, unfortunately, but I do think we can still try and pretend and set the mood as much as possible by having a tree that you love. It's decorated how you want. Like, mine's beach blue theme. I love it. It's basically a Carolina tree, so any state fans would hate it. But yeah, I have trees. I mean, I have trees under my tree. I have presents under my tree, and that is what I'm obsessed with at the moment. Hopefully Callie doesn't do any digging in them. Okay, our recipe. This is going to be posted on my Instagram, so I'm not sharing it all in here, but sourdough banana bread. Oh my God, it's so good. I'm making some today. Obviously it has chocolate chips in it, don't forget, but it's super moist. And I mentioned this before. I probably even had this as my recipe or treat recently, but I'm not very good at baking because I don't like to follow recipes exactly. I just like, oh, that's good enough. It's a little over, it's a little under, it'll be fine. And I think I did all of the liquids and sourdough starter a little over, so it was so moist. And honestly, like, not even baked all the way, but I think that was kind of ideal. So I'm doing that again. We'll hope it turns out just as good. All right, and tea treat. Really random, I know, but if you are a bar taco fan, they have gelato, and I feel like we need a public service announcement that Bar Taco has gelato, and it's really good. So if you're looking for a fun dinner spot with the girls, with the guys, with the family, with yourself, get some a la carte tacos and then a little serving of gelato after. The mint chocolate chip was delicious. All right, that was the weekly report. Now let's get into the episode. As I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, today's episode is the Thanksgiving Thankful episode. As we all know, Thanksgiving and just like the holidays in general, so Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever you celebrate, whatever you don't celebrate, just honestly, end of November, all of December through the beginning of January, when not everyone, I feel like a lot of people, I'm stereotyping here, a lot of people have a large break from work in December, and we have all of these holiday plans, family plans, traveling back home. Thankfully, I still live in the state that my family lives in, so I can't imagine having to fly across the country to celebrate Thanksgiving for a few days and then fly back a few weeks later for Christmas and then back home and then start work, and you didn't actually get to relax. No matter what your schedule and holiday season looks like for everyone, it's busy, it's chaotic, it's stressful, it's expensive, it's hard on the body. We're traveling, we're not sleeping as much, we're eating a little bit too much, we're just doing things we don't necessarily want to be doing all the time, even though everyone paints the holidays as this wonderful, beautiful, happy time. It's not the case for everyone. That's not what this episode is about. I just wanted to address that. And so in this episode, we're going to take a moment to reflect on the things that I am thankful for, but you could just kind of take this as a template to look at what you're thankful for the year. I have 10 things on here, so it's not too in depth, but all around, we can also use this as comparison to this time next year in 2025 and the whole year. What are you going to be thankful for then? Because it could be completely different. It could be the same. You could have grown. Some areas of your life just could have completely changed. So kind of like my quarterly intention episodes, this could kind of be like that. Or just listen and be in your la-di-da-di-da mind and just listen to what I'm thankful for, because that's also totally fine. This is not homework. This is supposed to be inspiring and motivating and just allow you to relax and enjoy a podcast episode while you're doing whatever it is you're doing. Okay, so number 1. Oh, also I'm thankful. This isn't on the list, but I took the time this morning to hand write out my notes for this episode, the little draft, and I liked it. So thankful for the ability to write on pen and paper. Okay, number 1, I am thankful for the holidays and a few reasons why. The family time that it brings. Obviously, my family, even though we all live pretty close together, we all live in North Carolina still, it's really hard to balance my travel schedule. My brother has children. My parents, they're pretty free. My dad travels for work though, so it's just hard to find time to all be together. So I love that Thanksgiving and Christmas give us a reason to all be together. And it's also the holidays in general, like I kind of mentioned earlier, are just a forced time to relax, which, as you all know, I don't relax very often. And just being at home, I sleep in. I really just sleep, relax, eat, go on walks with the dogs on the beach with the fam. And yeah, I don't do too much. And also I'm very thankful that my parents have a beach house where they live full time, because like I also said, I cannot imagine having to go to a place I really don't enjoy to do all these things that are supposed to be happy and fun and loving and relaxing. And then lastly, the thing I love about holidays at the moment that I'm thankful for is that it's just a time to give back to your family, whether it's during Thanksgiving by cooking them a meal. I don't, believe it or not, this might be one of my most off-brand things. I don't really help with Thanksgiving. My mom's got it down. My future sister-in-law, she's got it down even more. I just, I help, I chop, I motivate in the kitchen. I bring the vibes. I'm the funny one of the family. So, I do all that. Partially kidding. My brother's funny, but we have different senses of humor. I'm more entertaining. I don't know, but now I have a 4-year-old niece and a 1-year-old niece that we get to they just take the show away. So we just watch them the whole time and they make us laugh. So yeah, I'm just excited for everything. And I also love giving Christmas presents. I like giving more than receiving. And so when you see something that you're like, oh, this person's really going to like this, it's such a good feeling. Okay, anyway, thankful for the holidays. Number 2 thing that I'm thankful for is my health. Very basic statement, but just having a body that carries me through every day, night, month, week, in and out, and hasn't failed me yet. So we're doing pretty good. And also just my current health status I'm thankful for. I find myself every once in a while kind of being like, oh, I'm just lucky I have like no health complications, knock on wood, at the moment. And I'm also like, well, no, I work pretty hard to be as healthy as I am and maintain the body that I have. So just overall having that ability to care about my health and have the time and resources and energy to put into my health, I'm very thankful for. And just, I guess it's kind of a mindset that I have, that health is extremely important and I want to maintain my health, but I'm just very thankful for where I am right now in my mental, emotional, physical, everything health. Number 3, I am thankful for my passion, which I never knew what my passion was. And I do feel like as a human on planet Earth, we're kind of raised, or at least in America, I don't know, we're kind of raised with this comparative mindset that everyone should have a passion. And it's like, oh, just like follow your passion. And everyone's like, I don't know what my passion is. Like, what? How am I supposed to follow something I don't know what it is? And then I think that's probably why we all feel so lost, because we're like, well, I don't really know what I like and what I should be doing and what I should be following. And I'm not saying that my passion is the end all be all, and it's definitely not carrying me through life or anything. But growing up, I kind of just assumed, I'm like, oh, my passion's soccer, I guess, because that's all I knew. And I'm sure anyone who was an athlete when you were younger were like, oh, I mean, I guess like football, basketball, tennis, swimming, soccer, whatever it is your passion. But deep down, I kind of always knew it wasn't, because I knew that there was just more, and I got a lot out of soccer, but I knew that there was more that I could give back with whatever my future passion would be. So as you can probably assume, the passion I'm talking about right now is just food, and also everything that involved in food and the community that I've kind of built around food, and just health, wellness, learning about our bodies, taking care of our bodies, and also just romanticizing life. Like, if there was a passion for romanticizing life, I think I would be the CEO. And I also have kind of reflected a little bit more that this passion it produces happiness for me, not money. And would I like it to produce money? Yeah, but then I think that would kind of make it not as much of a passion and more of a job, which I know a lot of influencers and people that are content creators that have kind of just ended up in this very lucky position in terms of their job, where they can, it seems quote unquote easier from the outside, and they like get to do all these cool things and brand trips and all that. But at the end of the day, they started it because they love it, but now they have to do it because it's their career and that's how they pay their bills. So while, yeah, it'd be cool to make money off of this, I would still only want it to be like a little bit, because I wouldn't want to lose the passion and love that I have behind creating kind of food content. Not really. I just share unaesthetic shit and my same 5 meals that I eat every day. And also, you know, I talk on a microphone, which is cool. But yeah, I'm just thankful for this passion that I found, because it really does bring me so much joy, and it's connected me with a lot of people. And also just the feedback that I've heard is incredible. So yeah. Okay, moving on. Okay, number 4 thing that I'm thankful for is my career. And as much as I have, if you know, you know, as much as I can hate my job at times, I am so thankful to have a job that I actually do like. And so many people don't like their jobs, or they're like, oh, it's fine, it just, you know, it's a job. I actually care about my job. I like my job. I thrive in chaos and busyness and being on the road and being with people that I love. And that's what my job is most of the time. Like going to Kansas City and St. Louis in December, don't love that. But at the end of the day, I mean, I am kind of excited to travel and be busy and have these like massive events that I had to plan and challenge my brain. And like, I actually use my brain at work, which I know a lot of people don't. So it does make me feel smart at times. So I'm still have like that like learning kind of school aspect. But at the end of the day, I love the travel. I make money. I make good money. I pay my bills with my job. I can't complain about that. And I've met a lot of amazing people through my job. And also my job just kind of gives me meaning and purpose. I'm not just a number on a payroll. I connect with people. I work with people. At the end of the day, like, I'm face to face with so many people that matter. Not like matter because they're like a big business thing or CEO or whatever. I'm referring to how my coworkers and interns and our partners, we are all face to face in a team, because if when you work in sports and work in events, the people that you're with are so important, and everyone needs to be doing their job and doing their job correctly, and also at the same time enjoy what we're all doing, which for the most part we do. So it's just a pretty cool thing that I'm doing. Okay, moving on. Number 5, I'm thankful for my dogs, I guess. Charlie's in the room, don't want to hurt his feelings. And this is something every year at Thanksgiving when we're sitting around the dining room table, like since I was 6, 8, 10, I don't know, we'd always be like, okay, what's everyone thankful for? And every year I would say Goldie, who R.I.P. That was not my first dog technically, but like from puppy to entire life, Goldie was my first dog. She was a golden retriever lab mix. She was beautiful. We rescued her. And then after Goldie, we started fostering. We got Charlie. And now, as you all know, I adopted my own dog. I have Callie. And I love dogs. And I really do love my dog, Callie, California, Cowgal, Cowpal, a lot. She's just the best. She makes me so happy. And just makes me feel so grounded and loved. And I could literally carry her and have her face right here at all times. And we've got Charlie in the room too. He's pretty cool. He's a cool dog. Anyway, if you have a pet, you get it. Or a child. I mean, I'm not having a child anytime soon. So she is my child. And she makes me a mother. Okay, number 6. I am thankful for my friends and family. You know who you are. I love you. I'm thankful for you. I couldn't be the person I am or do the things I do or live the life I have without you guys. So shout out you. Number 7, I am thankful for Mother Earth. I was trying to think of how to say I'm thankful for the sky without being like, okay, what? But if you follow me on Corey in the Kitchen, which if you don't, go do that right now. Anytime the sky is like super blue, which is, it's often, at least here on the East Coast, in North Carolina specifically, I take a picture of the sky and I post it with blue and a bunch of exclamation points. And I don't really know why it started, but it's kind of become a thing. And I now also have my friends, specifically Emily and my mom, text me pictures of the sky as well. They're like, oh my God, the sky's so blue. And I'm like, oh, I didn't mean for this to happen, but I've kind of created a thing that makes other people in my life look at and appreciate the sky. And I'm like, that's so cool, because it's like you now kind of see the sky how I see it, which I guess that's the whole point of influencing people, sharing what you know and love, because then other people maybe be on board. But I think it's pretty cool. And also just in general, like where we live, Earth, it's pretty damn cool. And there's so many things to see that can humble us and make like we can't even comprehend, like the ocean. How is the ocean so big and so blue and so deep? And there's so many things in the ocean that we will never know about. How is the sky so blue and also a sunset so orange and pink and beautiful? Grand Canyon, what? Yosemite mountains, national parks, like what? Like how are these things created? Which I know there's answers in science and religion and everything, but just in general, as a planet Earth, it's pretty cool. There's a lot to see and appreciate. Okay, number 8 thing that I'm thankful for is my mindset / where I am mentally. I am genuinely a very happy person, and I kind of always have been. I mean, well, maybe not always. I don't know. Mom, you can attest to that. I was a bitch when I was going through puberty, as was everyone. And I'm still a bitch now sometimes, but whatever. Internally, with my relationship with myself, I'm very happy, and I love being alone, which I never really knew I would get here, or knew I would even be on track or want to or need to get here. But being able to appreciate your own time alone with yourself is a very cool thing. And I kind of talked about this in the last episode about being bored, but just being able to be happy in my own skin and in my own brain most of the time is a pretty impressive thing, and allows me to create for Phone Eats First and Corey in the Kitchen and just share more about my life. And then also just my mindset allows me to romanticize life, because I would say that is my mindset. So whichever one comes first, I don't know, but just the way that I view the world and the people I love and travel and friends, family, food, like all the things that I love. Oh my God, the dogs. Okay, number 9. I am thankful for, and I know you probably all saw this one coming, but I'm thankful for Corey in the Kitchen and Phone Eats First and this podcast, and just having an outlet to share the things that I love, because that's very cool. I mean, yeah, anyone could find a way to share what they love, but mine is able to be shared through social media and the internet and through a podcast, which means I can do it relatively cheaply and in my own time and all by myself. I mean, I'm just saying this because other people have passions that maybe aren't really as easily shared, but I'm just very thankful for this podcast and my Instagram account, because it makes me happy, and I've connected with so many people, and it's also a scrapbook of my life. And it's going to be really cool to be able to go back to this podcast, whether it's still a thing or not, in 10, 15 years, when me and all of my friends have children and our kids, hopefully daughters, can listen to me and Emily and Price and Caroline and Lake and everyone else I've had on the podcast, and just be like, oh wait, listen to our parents, like what they're talking about. I don't know. Obviously it's really far away, and who even knows what'll be happening then. It's just a very cool scrapbook of my life and where I am, and I love it. Oh my God, I'm thankful for coffee. Can't believe I didn't put that on the list. Okay, and lastly, number 10. I am thankful for all of you. If you are listening to this Whether this is your first time listening, your 50th time listening, you were a follower of Corey in the Kitchen before Phone Eats First came to be, or if somehow you found Phone Eats First before anything else, I don't know. I don't have many followers or listeners, so the ones that I do have, I love you very deeply and I'm very thankful for you. And if you do listen, I want to find a way to share my gratitude back to you, potentially in the form of like a giveaway, or could be a little letter in the mail. I don't know, but I want to give back to you. Yes, you. I'm talking to you right now. If you are here listening in your earbuds, in your earbuds, in your car, whether you're just watching an Instagram reel, whatever it is. Thank you for being a listener. Please leave a comment on this episode. If you're listening on Spotify, there's a new feature where you can leave comments. Please leave a comment. Let me know either what you're thankful for, just say hi, send a smiley face, send me something cool you saw today, whatever it is. Just leave a comment. Or you can, if you listen on Apple or YouTube or whatever else, comment on my most recent Instagram post, what you're thankful for, send me a DM, just let me know that you're listening, send me a text, whatever it is. But I would love if you left a comment on Spotify so that it can help kind of boost the podcast as well. And I'll find a way to reach back out and send my gratitude. So yeah, those are 10 things that I'm thankful for right now. I know I left a lot out. Thankful for my Peloton, thankful for fitness, core power yoga. There's so many things that I'm thankful for. Like I said, coffee, my Stanley Cup. All the things that just make my life better. I'm thankful for all of them. And I'm thankful for you, friends, family, everyone. So just take this episode. I hope it was a little bit of a grounding, peaceful time to allow yourself to reflect on what you're thankful for. Again, just listen to what I'm thankful for, even though it really doesn't, your list could be completely different than mine. But at the end of the day, I hope everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving and kick off to Christmas and family time, and can take a break from work and just enjoy where you are and who you're with. And yeah, thank you for listening to the 50th episode of Phone Eats First. I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for this podcast. Please leave a rating and review. Follow me on Phone Eats First Pod on Instagram, Corey_in_the_kitchen on Instagram and TikTok. Like, comment, subscribe, share this podcast with a friend, family, coworker, etc. And we will talk soon. You are listening to Phone Eats First.